still on the brawl between Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan and Nigeria's Senate President Godswill Akpabio. The APC women wing and the women in the South-South geopolitical zone of the country are beginning to speak up against the purported social media news making the rounds that Nigeria's Senate President Godswill Akpabio is a misogynist, immoral, and does not support women in politics. Joining us now is Dr. Mary Alile, National Women Leader, All Progressives Congress. Good morning, Dr. Mary Alile, and good to have you on the show today.
Good morning. Good morning. It's nice to be here. Good morning.
Great. Dr. Alile, I'm sure you watched the interview with Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan. And listening to my introduction, I'd like you to just share with us. She's made very serious allegations, which we hope to get a response from, because she's alleged and she must prove, and also we must get a response if possible. However, there are bigger concerns around how safe women are in Senate. Remember that on this same platform, Joy Nunye had also accused the Senate President of similar infractions. I would like to get your thoughts on this, not just about the Senate President, but in general, because I'm sure it's not surprising to hear incidents like this happen, even though at the moment it's still allegedly. But what's your take on this particular issue around women being victimized in positions of authority because they refuse to, in the terms of the street, play ball?
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for having me. Yes, I just watched the interview that just ended with Senator Natasha. And I think that, like you said, it was alleged, and which means it has to be proven. But however, I want to say categorically that the National Assembly is a respectable institution with rules and mechanism in place for resolving internal issues. You know, what you see here is internal issues, or are internal issues, and they should be resolved through their internal conflict resolution mechanism. Now, it's not something that is strange to us that we have barriers. Women faces barriers in politics. That is not news at all. It's something that we've been dealing with from the past years, from the past decades. But however, in every institution, like I've said, there are mechanisms in place to deal with such things. So if you have alleged someone have done something wrong, as you should come up with proof, and this should be done internally. I don't think going out to the press, to Facebook, and I don't know whatever social media to call names, I don't think that is the way to deal with the issue at hand.
Okay, beyond that, I asked another question around women being victimized generally, because you are the National Women Leader of the All Progressives Congress, and I'm sure this is not the first. We've often talked about having more women involved in politics. What do you have to say about women who come out to make allegations like this? Should an investigation be instituted? What should be done to protect women in this instance? Because you know that this is not the first time we've heard things like this.
Again, like I said earlier, we have issues where women come out to say things that they're being victimized and so on and so forth. I want to believe that we have a judiciary system in Nigeria that we can go to that will support women, or that have been supporting women to deal with issues like this. There is no institution that we don't find issues of, let me just use an example, sexual harassment or barriers against that and barriers against this. And this is not only channeled to Nigeria, it's all over the world. But however, I know definitely that policies, procedures, mechanisms are in place in every of our institutions. So there must be a right channel where we can go to see that these issues are solved. Now, I'm not saying that we don't have barriers. Women faces, of course, we have a lot of barriers in politics, and we work on a daily basis. My party, the APC, we work on a daily basis, putting strategies in place, putting policies in place that will help to support women to face these barriers in politics. For example, as the National Woman Leader, we want to see that there is a space for gender friendliness. We want to see an increase in women participation in politics. So therefore, we put programs in place. Therefore, we initiate empowerment programs that will see that women continue to rise in politics. Okay. And we want to ensure that when... Sorry.
Go ahead, ma. Just finish up, ma. Because of the time. Go ahead. Just go ahead.
Yes.
Finish up your thoughts.
And we want to ensure... Okay, thank you very much. And we want to ensure that we put safety measures in place for women to be able to thrive in politics. I know that we have a lot of things, stigmatization, there are a lot of barriers, but at the end of the day, we have, since the beginning of politics, we have continually improved our chances. Women have continually improved their chances in politics, and especially in this administration. This administration is where we have seen a lot of women being empowered, a lot of women being given position, ministerial positions, committee chairman of board, for example. I'm a chairman of the Federal Medical Center, Asaba, as a woman. So there are ways where women in this administration, women are coming up. And we want to see that we have a level playing ground where we will be able to participate without any discrimination.
Dr. Alile, you keep saying what we intend doing to stop all of this, but we don't see a lot being done. The question is, as we speak now, these allegations, what are the procedures for the investigation? Ayo talked about Joy Nunye. Till today, I'm not sure there was any copious investigation into the allegation the same Joy Nunye made about now Senate President Akpabio. So we don't see the roadmap to ensuring that women actually get fairly treated in the value chain of things. What has been done? Okay, what would you advise Senator Natasha to do as regards now? Do you think she'll get justice from the same Senate against the Senate President? Or the legal processes? I mean, what's the way forward?
Now, as a country, we must believe in our judiciary system. We must believe that there is a system that is in place for every individual, regardless whether you are a male or female. Now, like I said earlier, I just listened to Senator Natasha before I came on, and she talked about the previous incident, and she talked about the fact that the Senate President came and made an apology, and she accepted the apology. Now, if she felt that that apology was not good enough, she accepted the apology on the floor. So if you felt that that apology was not the best thing, there was another way you could have gone about it, there's no need of accepting or being coerced to accept an apology. So if you accept an apology that have been tendered to you, Nigerians will believe that you are satisfied,
after the
you are pleased. So somebody have apologized.
Dr. Alile,
and then
after the threats?
Of course, somebody apologized and you accept.
Dr. Alile, did you hear that interview
no,
after the
that
threats? After the alleged threats?
No, allegedly,
yes,
sir,
so after
and
the
exactly,
allegedly,
nobody knows what happened. So if it's her word, I'm not a lawyer, but it's her word against hers. So if she said that she was allegedly threatened a day before, my point was that I'm just speaking on fact. There was an apology that was tendered on the House, on the ground of the House, and another party accepted the apology. Now, if whatsoever happened behind the curtains, you were not there, I was not there, we didn't know what happened. What we know are the fact that we saw. Somebody tendered an apology and another person accepted the apology. Now, if you feel like your right has been violated, there are ways of going about it. We have our judiciary system, for Christ's sake. You need to go there and plead your case, and then the judiciary system will know what to do about it. But what I am saying, as the APC national woman leader, that this government, we are doing this government, this administration that we are, I can categorically tell you, sir, that since 1960, that Nigeria gained its independence, this government has seen an increase in women participation in politics. This is the highest so far that we have seen women being involved in politics. And we want to increase that. And that is what we are doing. Yes, we want to increase increase that because we want to be able to get more women to politics, more women on the seat of power.
Politics, Dr. Alile. Thank you very much.
Yes, exactly. We want to see...
Yes, so let's go into fact.
Thank you very much.
Yes, I think there are more women in politics under this government, but I think just to be factual, this is not the highest we've ever had, but it's okay. That's just me being precise about things. But let's talk to your facts. We see what the government is doing. You, Dr. Alile, as leader, woman leader of your party, would you be doing something concrete in your as a woman leader about the plight of women, about this allegation? Will you be investigating it? Will you be talking to the Senate President? Will you be coming to any action in your role as woman leader of your party? This is happening inside your party.
Yes, definitely. If an allegation is out there, and if I am brought into the system, and I'm brought maybe by a way of a letter, somebody's telling me...
No, sorry, Dr. Alile, I hate to interrupt. I hate to interrupt you, but let me say something very clear. I believe that your role as a woman leader is to follow the welfare of women and their aspiration, and to make sure that men are not predators.
Definitely, like I said.
So will you be committing to an action? Let's call it the Alile Committee. Would that be coming up soon?
Let me tell you something. If I am contacted, either by Senator Natasha,
I want you to be proactive.
Woman, and if I'm
asking if you are going to be proactive, Doctor.
That is in Nigeria and is in my party, I will definitely be doing something about it. Now,
Doctor, I'm contacting you
sitting here,
on behalf of my daughters.
My party, and I'm talking about me being the APC national woman leader,
yes,
and me being the first a woman for APC in Nigeria and in diaspora. Okay, and I want to see a place where women are given chances, where women are given a role to play politics without any barriers. Of course, we know that barriers are there. Of course, we know that there's stigmatization in politics for women. I'm a politician. I'm not saying that these things does not exist. But I'm also saying that we believe in the judiciary system of this country. We believe that if something has gone wrong, we have a place to go and plead our case.
Thank you so much,
And I want to say categorically that the women of Nigeria, the political women of Nigeria, we want to increase that participation. My vision is to see where we can increase the gender space in politics in Nigeria. That is why we've put together programs like 774
we have to go.
Which is a national program which wants to see the increment in gender space in politics. This program has gone on to countries like Ondo to Benue, going to Edo in another month. So what we want to see is that women, and especially the young ones, are not scared away from politics. They are not running the opposite direction just because something is on news, just because someone is being chased. We want to be able to face it head on, and we want to be able to plead our case. And of course, we want to be able to sit at the table so that the next generation, will not ask us what we did.
Thank you, Dr. Alile. We shall be watching your actions very closely.
Thank you, Dr. Alile. And a quick fact check. This is one of the lowest representation of women in the Senate. Yeah. So when you say there's success, this is one of the lowest representation of women in the Senate. You just have to put that fact.
We have 4 women out of 109 women, and in the APC, only 1 APC female senator in the House. So actually, factually, you're not correct that this administration has favored women. Just to fact check.